how does it feel to finally take them down, right? It's been a couple of times at the major as well. I'm sure it was obvious from the game that you guys were very well prepared for all the maps, for all the series, but still, even with all of that, they're just so difficult to put away.
Yeah, they're insanely hard to play. Like, they save so many nades, and it looked like they don't do anything, but we're scared of it. And like, they block so well, and it's so hard to play against. But I'm happy we managed to get through it and get the last few T-rounds on overtime, especially, and then close it out.
I know it's been a while since you guys obviously played them at Rio, but with Chiron coming in, does it feel any different? Does this feel like the same team back then?
I mean, honestly, not really. I feel like they play it exactly the same way that they used to. They play really passive, super back. They just let the time run out, and then you slowly get scared of every single possibility, you know? So they play exactly the same way.
How about you guys? I mean, you had that great run at the major that very few people expected to make the playoffs. Won Elisa with a stand-in, right? So to start off here at the play-in, a little bit shaky in that one game, but was that just like start of the year jitters, or you know, how did it go for you guys so far this year?
I mean,
I
want to go?
Yeah, I'll answer it. It's like for us, it's a little bit shaky because we had a really long break. Because obviously Crims with his hand injury a little bit, he needed the rest for it. So we didn't play for a long time, and then getting into here, first event, it's just a little bit shaky and everything, and getting back on the grind.
Well, Nicodoz, for you especially, I mean, in this game, it was still looking tricky in the second half of Overpass, right? Like you won pistol, but then they had the upper hand in gun rounds, and it was actually a sort of a half-buy where you finally managed to break them. So if you guys want to help us go through it a little bit, I think we're going to play it now on the screen. You can see it over there. And yeah, you ended up clutching this. So what was the thought process coming into this one? What were the comms like?
I mean, we knew that they are giving us every space on A that we can possibly get. And we can just walk up and execute every single round, you know. And even though they might sometimes be for there, we just thought if we do it properly, you know, sitting 4 guys on A side cannot be comfortable, even though they're dropping right-click smokes and stuff like that. So we just said, let's execute properly and let's just kill them all.
Get in their face, right, with the pistols, and just try to make the fights as uncomfortable as possible.
Yeah, because we had a bit of issue, like we didn't scale properly, we weren't fast enough, so when we threw our entry flashes, we weren't on side yet, and I mean, I feel like we went A like 10 times in a row, and we would have closed it out much faster if we actually did it properly, you know.
So is that what the mentality was like? The outsiders were mounting that comeback against you guys, even I think tying it up at some point, and then with this one, you did feel like this game could have been slipping, but how did you maintain that sort of composure there?
I mean, we know that team that don't like to adapt. They don't want to, like, James never went banana trying to pick us when we do execute, stuff like that. We know they will keep playing the same way that they do. They just sit on side, and we know they don't adapt, so we just wanted to execute and keep doing the same, because we believe that we're going to win eventually.
Yeah. How do you guys feel for this tournament? You know, what's your goal? I know goal for every team is to win, but what would you be happy with that's less than lifting the trophy?
Yeah, I think for us it's important because we're still like kind of a new team to get the experience, especially for me since I haven't played big events yet. And yeah, we would like to get to playoffs at least, and then hopefully win still. But like our main goal is to reach the playoffs here, and I think we're on a good way to do it.
Next opponent, I think here.
Vitality, I think.
Vitality on your side of the bracket. How do you guys feel about that matchup? Initial thoughts?
I think it's a pretty nice matchup. You know, I mean, we're at the main event now, so you can't avoid playing against good teams, and we consider ourselves a good team, you know, and that's the beauty of CS. You can win against anyone, and anyone can beat you.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
One more time. Good luck in your next game.